नमस्ते स्टूडेंट्स, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। आई एम डॉक्टर सुमन आहूजा, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर काय चिकित्सा, फैकल्टी ऑफ Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Today I am going to discuss osteoarthritis disease. And this disease, the lectures of this disease will run in a series of 4 lectures. Today I'll take first lecture. In that I'll throw some light on the epidemiology, pathology, clinical feature, sign and symptoms of osteoarthritis disease. Let me play some slides for you for your better understanding. So osteoarthritis disease is by far the most common form of arthritis and is a major cause of pain and disability in older people. It is characterized by focal loss of articular cartilage, subchondral osteosclerosis, osteophyte formation at the joint margin, and remodeling of joint contour with enlargement of affected joints. If we see its epidemiology, it rises progressively with age. That's why it is called as old age disease. And it has been estimated that 45% of all people develop knee OA and 25% hip OA at some point during life. And the major ethnic differences in susceptibility, the prevalence of hip OA is lower in Africa, China, Japan, and the Indian subcontinent than in European countries, and that of knee OA is higher. If it's a pathophysiology, this is a complex disorder with both genetic and environmental components, and genetic factors they are recognized as playing a key role in the pathogenesis of OA. Family-based studies have estimated that the heritability of OA ranges from 43% at the knee to between 60% to 65% at the hip and hand, respectively. In most cases, the inheritance is polygenic and mediated by several genetic variants of small effects. So there are some of the risk factors for osteoarthritis. First factor is genetic, that is skeletal dysplasia. So there is abnormality in the formation of bones, and polygenic inheritance, a developmental abnormality, developmental dysplasia of the hip, slipped femoral epiphysis, repetitive loading, that is excessive weight or excessive load on the joints, like farmers, miners, elite athletes. So another risk factor is adverse biomechanics, that is meniscectomy, ligament rupture, and Paget's disease. Obesity is also important risk factor because in obesity, cytokines are released from adipose tissue and they may play a role. Trauma is also a risk factor. Next is hormonal, that is estrogen deficiency, as well as women who are taking HRT, hormone replacement therapy, are also at risk. Aromatase inhibitor, these drugs are used in the treatment of the breast cancer. Next is the degeneration. Now, if we see the pathology, degeneration of articular cartilage is the defining feature of OA. Under normal circumstances, chondrocytes, they are terminally differentiated cells, but in OA, they start dividing to produce nest of metabolically active cells. Initially, there is increased rate of production of matrix components with accelerated degradation of the major structural component of cartilage matrix, including aggrecan and type 2 collagen. Fall in the concentration of aggrecan in cartilage matrix makes the cartilage vulnerable to the load-bearing injuries. So fissuring of the cartilage surface, that is also called as fibrillation, leads to the development of a deep vertical clefts, localized chondrocyte death, and decreased cartilage thickness. Initially, these changes are focal, mainly targeting the maximum load-bearing part of the joint, but eventually larger part of the cartilage surface that got damaged. Calcium pyrophosphate and basic calcium phosphate crystal, they often become deposit in the abnormal cartilage. Sclerosis of the subchondral bone, formation of subchondral cyst also takes place. Fibrocartilage is produced at the joint margin, which undergo endochondral ossification to form the osteophyte, which is a cardinal feature of the osteoarthritis. Osteochondral bodies commonly occur within the synovium, reflecting chondroid metaplasia or secondary uptake and growth of damaged cartilage fragments. So this is the diagram which is showing the pathology of the OA. This is articular cartilage, and this is the early stage where there is only cartilage edema is visible, but here cartilage damage and cartilage loss has also takes place. These circles, these are subchondral So these were the, so this is the, sorry. So if we see these subchondral bone remodeling, these circles are the, and these spikes are osteophytes. This is synovial membrane. There is inflammation of the synovial membrane, and all these changes, they causes the pain, disability, reduced quality of life. And these factors like trauma, overload, these are the external factor, and some of the internal factors, these are age, gender, genetics, high BMI. These also takes place in the occurrence of osteoarthritis. Now if we see the clinical features, it has a characteristic distribution mainly targeting the hips, knees, PIP, that is proximal interphalangeal joint, and distal interphalangeal joints of the hands, neck, and lumbar spine. The main presenting symptoms are pain and functional restriction. The pain may relate to increased pressure in subchondral bone, mainly causing night pain, trabecular microfractures, capsular distension, and low-grade synovitis. Pain may also result from bursitis and enthesopathy secondary to altered joint mechanics. Now, symptoms and signs of osteoarthritis: pain. So first sign and symptom is pain, insidious onset over months or years. This pain is not acute, it takes time to present pain. So it has an insidious onset over months or years, variable or intermittent nature over time. Some days are good and some days are bad. On some days pain is very worse, on some days patient doesn't feel any kind of pain. So many related to movement and weight bearing and relieved by pain. So pain is related to movement and the weight bearing, and pain gets relieved by rest. Only brief, that is less than 50-minute morning stiffness, and brief, that is less than 5-minute gelling after rest. Usually only one or a few joints are painful. Now, what are the clinical signs? Restricted movement due to capsular thickening or blocking by osteophytes. These are the clinical signs. Palpable, sometimes audible, coarse crepitus due to rough articular surfaces, bony swelling around joint margins, deformity usually without instability, joint line or periarticular tenderness, muscle weakness and wasting, mild or absent synovitis. Now, there is a correlation between the presence of structural changes and the symptoms such as pain and disability is very stronger at the hip than at the knee, and poor at most small joints. So this suggests that the risk factors for pain and disability may differ from those of the structural changes. At the knee, for example, reduced quadriceps muscle strength and adverse psychosocial factors, that is anxiety, depression, correlate more strongly with pain and disability than the degree of radiographic change. So thanks for watching this video. So this was all about epidemiology, clinical feature, sign and symptoms of the osteoarthritis. And this session was powered by Digital Version 2.0. I hope you were satisfied with the session. If there is any query, any doubt, you can write in the comment box, that will be resolved later. Thank you so much.